Your Honor.
All right, bringing the matter back to council. Questions, comments?
You want me to address or do you want me to wait? I
Yeah,
can
yeah.
address I can address
I anticipate some council
So
members will.
I'm going to ask Chief Butis to step up on there. Some of the questions that Mr. Calzaretta and Mr. Schmaltz asked were about the enforcement, and the chief and I have talked about that. I do want to thank both of them for, again, and apologize to them for not having pursued affidavits or declarations from them, and the community efforts, the additional community efforts that have gone on. I think that is, again, that just further demonstrates the need for the ordinance, and I appreciate them doing that. In answer to Mr. Schmaltz's questions about the amount of evidence and that, this is an infraction. And so it's a lower burden, it's a preponderance. And I'll let the chief talk about, how we will go about enforcing it, but it is something that we will be able to, if people take pictures of the person who's chalking, that's evidence that we're able to use. And Chief, I'll let you answer the questions and I'll follow up if I think there's anything I need to fill in.
Thank you, Mr. Donaldson. Mayor, council members, staff. First off, I appreciate everybody's comments towards this. This has been an ongoing event, an ongoing phenomenon where we have heard complaints that we're just not doing what we should to be enforcing this. Should council pass this ordinance, enforcement looks like a lot of different things. You've heard me say this before on other events. Enforcement is education. It's optimism of compliance or getting voluntary compliance through that education and talking to people about them. When a new ordinance is passed, there's I call it a grace period where we want to make sure everybody understands fully what the ordinance is. And so addressing that with people who are committing violations before heavy-handedly issuing infractions or taking it to that next level. So I appreciate Mr. Calzetta's concerns about how enforcement looks. It's new. It's going to have growing pains, but we envision it. There's cameras throughout downtown. Oftentimes chalking is done openly right out where we see it. The police see it, citizens see it, taking photographs, submitting those photographs to us, writing a report that documents who that person is. My officers, code enforcement, are really, really good about identifying people. And when these pictures come in, we submit the pictures, identify the person, submit the facts of the case, would turn it over to the city attorney's office that would be submitted to district court for enforcement action if it rose to the level of an infraction. So gathering evidence is not going to be incredibly difficult. It's time consuming. But it's not impossible. It will be a challenge in the beginning to learn the process and make sure everybody's following the process. But it's, I guess, simplifying it. If somebody's observed writing chalk, the ordinance says it's during the day. It needs to be cleaned up by nighttime. We look at the cameras, we identify the person. We come back the next day, it's not removed. We take those photographs, we timestamp the initial photographs or the video, and then we would write that report and submit it, and it would be up to the court. Now, the option is for most infractions, if they happen in the presence of an officer, we can cite you right there. If it's a repeated intentional violation and we witness it, then we can issue the infraction on the spot.
Chief, thank you. There may be questions from council,
I
but
will stay here
before we
for
go
you.
to council, anything further you would like to say on it?
I just appreciate Mr. Donaldson taking the time to research it and present this to you.
Anything further, Mr. Donaldson, before we have?
No, and I just want to answer the one question about this targeting one person. No, it does not target one person. I recognize that the actions of one person have made this an issue for us, but the ordinance is not targeted at one person. It applies to everyone here in town. And again, in terms of the, as the chief said, with any enforcement, we don't go through and heavy-handedly start